All right, guys, so Mike made a good pass, but it was not quite fast enough. He had to race a hot rod. Now, they did not give time slips, but Mike is smart. Mike put a draggy in his car. He no prep races, so he had a draggy. Track is good. Randy's car, of course, it went out there and still tried to do a little power wheelie and go left a little bit. Took some weight out of the back of the car, trying to put a little bit of bias on the front. Brian crawled up under there and done an anti-roll bar adjustment. We also had a problem with the throttle linkage. The bracket was at a little bit of an angle, and so it was binding the cable. He pedaled it and went back to it, but it didn't go back wide open throttle. We got lucky, because if we'd have been racing somebody that actually made a stellar pass at 50% throttle, wasn't going to get it. In drag racing, there's a lot of luck involved. We're going up for a second round now. Guys, here we go, second round. We got to race this. I think it's, I don't know if it's turbo car or nitrous car. It's got a big scoop on it. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, be careful, sir. All right, guys, so we made it through. Randy got a little bit squirrely out there. I did a fantastic job driving the car. Got the win. So we're cooling it down. It is now 1:30-ish. So we're down to 4 cars. So we made a couple changes. We're going to shift the car a little bit earlier. We're shifting it kind of high. And that's where it makes good power. But the issue is when that was the same point where it topped the shock out. It did start tire shaking a little bit, so we're going to increase tire pressure a tad also. So that's why we're doing different this time. We're going to shift it a little bit sooner, and we're going to increase the tire pressure and see if it'll stick and go down. We have no idea what it's running. Randy had a perfect 000 light earlier. He did a good job on the tree. The dude that he was racing was sleeping a little bit. But I say that we're joking because they are not giving time slips out. So no time slips. So we have no idea what the car is running. But Randy says seat of the pants, it feels pretty good. I can't see it. I can't, still can't see it. Let me get the damn light out of that plane. Okay. We won the coin toss. Got a nice little nitrous Mustang over here.
We got Travis Hollis, Billy Black Gold Star. It's gonna be a good deal for us. Yes, sir. You got your money's worth tonight.
All right, guys, we made it to the finals. So if you look at that pass, we did a little bit of an S shape out there. Randy did grab the scramble on the big end. Just, you know, practice trying to, it's going straight and it feels good. I think the other car was kind of close. So that's what you do. You grab the scramble to see if it holds it, and it takes some push up now. To run the finals, we got to race the white G-body. Only change we made a change on the shift point. It did ride the converter like we were wanting it to do, but we moved it up just a tad. It lost about a half a G at that point from the previous run. So we're going to try to gain that back so you don't have quite the dip. But when it shoved it into high gear, I mean, it just killed the G. If you can keep the goal is to keep the G meter up. If you can keep the G meter up, then you'll be good to go. So we're getting some good footage out here, good content. Hopefully this turns out to be a good video. Courtney's out here, Milton, Brian, Brandon, Brad. Happy had to leave. Mike had to leave. I mean, they were driving back, but had a good group of guys out here helping today. It was fun. The car is working pretty good. They're not giving us time slips, so we have no idea how fast this thing is going. When Randy lifted, generally you run it past the finish line a little bit. So when Randy lifted, we had a really strong mile per hour, but we don't know if he lifted, right at the finish line or if he was by it like his normal amount. Normally you run it past the finish line 2 to 3 tenths, 4 tenths, depending on, how exciting it is. Here we go. We're going to the finals. It's amazing. In the freaking finals, Brian hit the rear suspension just right. So I think we're in good shape. So here we go to the finals. Alright guys, so here we go. This is our G-body that we got to race. So he's going to go talk to Randy, see who gets what lane, gets the coin flip. Looks like it's probably a big block nitrous car. I'm sure it's probably a rocket. Guys, here we go. We made it to the finals. It's gonna be a good drag race, guys.
To the black baby. All right, guys, get ready for the finals. Let's go, Jeff Miller.
All right, sir. Be careful. Have fun. Track looks phenomenal. You got scramble available if you need it. All right, guys. Well, that's racing, right? Went out there. A couple things went wrong on that pass. I hadn't pulled the data log yet. Should have been identical taken off. Track was good. Nothing wrong with the track. We did get, after the pass, we did notice in the right tire, probably about 1 car length out, there's a patch in the concrete. And so, I mean, the tire went right across that. So that may have messed it up. But Randy also went deep, but I know why he went deep too. So we have this thing set up on a rolling 2-step, so the RPM is really high to get boost built. And then when the RPM is, when it gets to a certain boost, it drops down, and then that's when he stages. But the other car staged real fast, and we were having a little issue getting the car started, so we were running behind anyway, and the guy had to wait on us in the burnout box. So you get rushed, and when you get rushed, you know, things go wrong. That's when things happen. Not making a million excuses at all. Well, I guess I am. This is a million excuses on why we can't win a race. So, so when the other dude went in just like he's supposed to, I mean, it's nitrous car, so he's being respectful, let us build our boost. But Randy bumped in before it dropped off the 3-step essentially. So we got this thing fixed pretty good, but it was instead of bumping in at 4,200, 4,100, it bumped in at 4,700. And so 4,700 is going to be a lot more violent. And so that's why what happened is when he bumped, it went deep. Instead of his normal bump that he normally does, is pretty smooth. So I need to go in there and I can fix that, but we don't normally bump in at that area. So what I need to do is just change the pulse width modulation at that spot, and I think we'll be okay. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a win. We have no idea what we run, but we are positive, we're confident that we went personal best for the year. 100% confident in that. We just don't have a time slip to prove it. So hopefully we'll get a time slip to prove it soon. Don't forget, go check out Courtney's channel too, the Paint and Paper Hustle. He's got the Maverick is in a million pieces, and it is coming back together with new stuff. Have you told him what you're doing yet completely? Yeah. Go check him out. It's very interesting. It's something I requested about a year ago. So I mean, I'm just saying, sometimes you're late to the party. It's okay though.
I said we go ahead and cut it all apart and put turbos on it. You said no, chill out.
No, I did. Well, I did one big change at a time, Courtney. One big change at a time.
I say cut the whole car apart. Rebuild her.
Thanks, sir.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Thanks, sir. Good seeing you.
You too.
We'll see you soon. Fun day racing. Boom, y'all. Let's go, sir. I think you got the suspension working pretty good. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Seems to be better.
It is better for sure. Track was phenomenal. That's the first time we spun today. 1 out of, I think we had six passes total all weekend. Knocking tire off on one of those, not too bad. It's a good time, guys. All right, guys, if you want to support the channel, head on over to turbotonracing.com, grab some hats and t-shirts. We'll see y'all soon. Later.